Yo, 14.13 has dropped, and I said I would make a video on Dark Harvest and Electrocute changes if they went through, and they did. So I'm just going to explain them and what they mean for EKKO Jungle specifically. And we'll start out with Electrocute because this is a rune I haven't used in a while since it got nerfed last year. But its base damage is going up by 20 in the early game, and so 20 damage level 1, and it's going down 30 damage level 18, which and the cooldown's going to 20 seconds, which is pretty significant, honestly. I mean, it's definitely going to be a nice early game rune. I'm guessing this is going to be a lot more impactful for mid EKKO than jungle EKKO, because the way you got to think about it is level 1, it's getting 20 extra damage, which is huge, and the cooldown's going down by 5 seconds. As a jungler, you don't care about that because you're level 1, you're not fighting anyone anyways. You know, you're not trading. Even level 2, you're not trading. At level 3, that's when you're starting to actually able to impact the map and fighting other champions, right? So this isn't a huge buff. It's not like crazy. I mean, Electrocute might be a little bit more viable now. In general, I think if you were running Electrocute before this change, then you're going to love these changes because it's going to be better early game. But if you didn't run Electrocute before, you're probably not going to switch because, like I said, the first 2 levels don't really matter. For a jungler. But hey, maybe Electrocute will be a little bit more meta now in mid instead of Hellblades. Who knows? Alright, but this is the big change, Dark Harvest. So they removed the level scaling from it. It used to be 20 damage to 80 damage, scaling with your level, plus 5 per soul. Now it's 20 damage flat, all levels, but you get 9 damage per soul. And the cooldown's going down by 5 seconds, which again doesn't matter in the jungle because you're not like proccing it off cooldown or anything, and it already resets on takedown, so the cooldown going down doesn't really matter. So I did some calculations, and this is at level 18. You need more than 15 souls for it to be a better keystone than it was last patch. That's at level 18. So let's say at level 18 you have 16 Dark Harvest stacks. It's a buff. I think this is a huge buff because you're going to be collecting Dark Harvest stacks. Like in games that you snowball, hitting 15 stacks is not hard at all. And you're getting a majority of those stacks before you even hit level 18 anyways. I think you're just going to have more damage now with Dark Harvest. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit of a buff for EKKO Jungle. I've already been using Dark Harvest pretty much this entire season since First Strike got absolutely gutted. So it's a nice little buff. And at the end of the day, it's just 15 stacks as the threshold. So if you can get 15 stacks, 15 or more stacks, it's a buff no matter what. So, which is very easy to achieve in games that you're carrying, right? You know, 2 weeks ago today when I made the other patch note review when they changed First Strike, it was going to be plus 8 per soul, which was a lot worse because that means the breakthrough point at level 18 would have been 20 stacks, which is very inconsistent. I was gonna say, man, that's a huge nerf. Like plus 8 per soul. Like you need 20 stacks. Like 20 stacks is a little bit. It's pushing it, right? But this plus 9 per soul, you just need 15 at level 18, and it's good. And that's only at level 18, right? So like all the previous levels, if you have more than that, it's just gonna be a buff, straight up. So it's a huge buff, guys. Run Dark Harvest. It's looking like a juicy rune right now. It already has been. It has insane synergy with EKKO's E. Yeah, anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Dark Harvest buff. Electrocute, a little bit buffed in the early game. A little bit nerfed in the late game. Not sure if it really matters for jungle. Like I said, if you're running Electrocute, you're probably going to keep running it.